Hi everybody. Really pleased to be able to share with you some fantastic things that Archimakers have been doing on our workshops this term. So we've just started the Archimake summer term. Brief introduction, I'm Cheryl Pilliner-Reeves, the founder of Archimake, and we help children to explore architecture and engineering and design, which often isn't introduced to children in a full way at a young age. They often don't get to really fully explore it until adult point of starting university. So we're really having a great time. We've just had our first few workshops this week, and what we're really looking at is exploring this term the theme of home, because obviously we're all spending an awful lot more time at home, and we're really keen for children to start thinking about how home impacts their health and their well-being, and to also understand more about what other homes are exist out there in the world and what architects have done to the notion of home, changing how we live and exploring how we live to impact that health and well-being that we experience through being at home, and also looking at sustainability and how our homes can really impact the planet and impact how well we use the natural resources that we have available. So those are the things we're looking at, and we're starting off with a really wonderful project. So I'll just show you some of the things that we've been doing. So it's a really great opportunity to introduce to children the exciting projects which we have looked at. I'll just find this window. Okay, there it is. Right, so we have this term looked at Villa Savoye by Le Corbusier, and we're exploring how his use of structure and ultimately freed up the facade of that building and allowed for fenêtre longueur, this fantastic band of windows across the front of the building. It allowed for structure to not have to be on the envelope on the facade, and it allowed for a totally different way of moving through the house, also looking at roof garden, etc. So in trying to explore a bit more of the understanding of this house, we're looking at drawing the plan and understanding how the plan really shows the workings and the unusual characteristics of the house. So here's a plan we have by one of our Archimakers, and he's clearly identified where the pilotis are and where they're set back from the window. And we've got these wonderful long windows here, which are reflective of the Villa Savoye, and they go almost to the corner, as we see here. And we're seeing how to represent doors, etc. on this drawing. Here we have a drawing by Asma, and she has some lovely again picked up on the openings and the circulation of the house. She's drawn a bit more of the house than previously, and we have these long window bands going across the exterior of the envelope, and we have these little elements of walls. So she's really able to understand, what elements are walls, what elements are windows, and she's put here with the window so that we know that that's what they are. And she's put down also the structure clearly on her drawing. So that's really great. Here we have a drawing by Emily, and we have again some pilotis at the edge here, and these wonderful wrapping of windows around the edge of her building. We've got more of a plan here. So Emily's drawn the staircase as well, which is that beautiful spiral central feature, and it's really great. So she's coming together with identifying all the different elements of the home, with the doors, etc., for the circulation. And Goran has done this wonderful plan here. We have really long wrapping windows going around the outside, and the pilotis are clearly noted. The drawing's done with a ruler, which is great, so we can actually see this very clear, confident line that he's developed. We have the staircase in the centre, and all the doors are shown, so we can see how the circulation of the home is created. So that's a really great start to the term. And here we have Libby's drawing, which is a lovely plan of part of the Villa Savoye, and we can see here the pilotis on the perimeter window here, where they're in line with the facade. And then here the pilotis is set inside, away from the facade, so the windows are clear. And she's done really well. She's managed to draw clearly a difference between the walls, which are dark, and the window elements, which are empty. And we're able to really clearly see that she understands the different elements and how they come together. So that's fantastic. Here we have Lucas's drawing, and again we can see the pilotis set inside of that external envelope. The wall is really clearly drawn, so that's really captured the key functions, and there's a door here showing the circulation. So that's really great start. And Sasha's done the whole plan here, where we've got the pilotis showing there at the edges. There's not quite such a clear differentiation between the walls and the windows, but I'm sure that we'll be able to do that. This was done very quickly in about 20 minutes, so we're really proud of his achievement here. And then we have the drawings of Archimake's own homes. So they're able to compare and contrast how they represent their own home through having drawn a piece of architecture. And also they can start seeing, how some places are laid out and how their own homes are laid out with different furniture and elements. So here we can see this is a living area, and here we have the whole apartment where we have openings for the doors and a clear sense of how you move from one thing to another. So that's great from Kai. And Libby has drawn her room here, where we've got the edges of the paper used as the walls, which is a very common thing we find in early Archimakers, where the paper is used as part of the drawing to give boundaries to the space that's being drawn. Also the recesses are kind of clearly identified as parts of, holding elements of the furniture, and the bedroom, etc., is very clearly shown there. So here we have another living area, different elements of furniture, dining spaces, doors out, window openings, and children are being able to gradually understand how things can be represented from above in the plan language. And here we have Milan's drawing of many different rooms in his home, and he's identified all the doors opening and what direction they open, and balcony, etc. So that's a really great understanding of his home and how he moves through it. So that's all we've got for today, and we're really looking forward to bringing more to you over the term, so that you can understand what we're doing and how we're exploring architecture and architectural ideas. And if you've got any comments, please let us know. We're more than happy to hear any ideas you have. Okay, and I look forward to our next catch up. Bye.